Should I cut my hair short? That is the question that we ask ourselves, isn't it? And before I get a comment in the comment section that just says, who cares, it's just hair, do whatever the hell you want, it grows back, whatever. I just want to let you know that hair really does take a long time to grow back, and it is a bit of a big decision. Unless you're one of those people where your hair doesn't take a long time to grow back, and then you and your abundance of privilege can go now. I have a client like this, you know who you are. Cheryl. Everyone, let's leave Cheryl some hate in the comment section. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Don't leave Cheryl hate. I love her. But for everyone else who's not Cheryl, it really is and can be a pretty big decision, and it will affect how you feel about yourself and how you feel about your hair for quite a long time. Let's talk about some considerations that you should have if you are thinking of going short. Let's do it. Consideration number one is your face shape and your body shape. Aesthetically, the most pleasing face shape, or the one that has the most amount of balance, tends to be the oval face shape. So theoretically, what we do in beauty is we try to get everyone's face shape to have an oval face shape illusion by doing a lot of tricks and techniques with hair and with makeup. Now, I hate saying this, I hate putting this out there on the internet, because I really don't want someone to feel like because they don't have an oval face shape, their face is not beautiful. But from my experience, having worked in this industry for 16 years, if you have a face shape that is not an oval face shape and you do something to your hair in terms of styling or in terms of cutting that doesn't try to give the oval illusion, the client almost always hates it. If you do something on a face shape that doesn't theoretically suit that face shape, 9 times out of 10, the client instinctively hates it without even realizing why they hate it. They just know that the balance in the style is off for some reason. I'm going to show you this client as an example. This is literally the perfect example of this happening. So this beautiful client came in to get styled for a special event. I wasn't cutting, I was styling the hair. And what we originally wanted to do was create a middle part 70s curtain bang with waves style of hair vibe for her event. Now, as you can see, her face is a little bit on the rounder side. It's not long or oblong or super oval. It is a little bit of a shorter face. Now, she is stunning, absolutely stunning. But what happened is when I did that middle part and did the waves, I ended up giving her a lot of horizontal width and volume because of the waves. And as soon as I parted it down the middle, I collapsed the volume at the top of the head. So what we ended up getting was a low volume, low vertical volume, high horizontal volume. She already has a round face. We squashed her face and we widened it more, basically making her cheeks look bigger and fuller and her face looked shorter. So even though the hair itself looked gorgeous, like really, really gorgeous, the first thing she did when she looked in the mirror was go like, I don't know. I don't know if I love this. And I was like, yeah, same. So it's not necessarily that someone with a round face can't pull that look off, but most times, 9 times out of 10, if you do something to a face shape that doesn't balance the face shape, the client themselves or you yourself will notice right away that something is off. So in this case, we go into a deep side part because what that does is it gives tons of vertical height and volume at the top, and it elongates the face. So it takes the face from looking short to looking more oval. So does that mean that someone with, for example, a round face shape can't have a short haircut? It absolutely does not mean that. All I am saying when I tell you to keep your face shape in consideration is to look at how to tweak the haircut so that you like it in the end on your face shape. If you look at tons of photos of girls with oblong faces and you're looking at all these amazing haircuts and you have a round face shape and your stylist gives you that exact haircut, you will very likely not like it on your face because your face isn't the same shape as that client's face. So if you have a round face shape, you can do little tweaks. You can leave 1 to 2 inches below the chin, or if you have a chin or a jawline that isn't strong, or you have extra weight in here, if you want to get a bob, just make sure the bob is under that line, because if you put a strong line right here in the jawline and in the chin, your eye is going to be drawn to that area right away, and that area is going to stand out. Another thing you can do, for example, if you have a round face, is you can add tons of height here by doing a really deep side part. So when you get your hair cut, you could tell your stylist, I want it 2 inches under the chin because I have a rounder face and I really want it cut in a way that I can put it into a deep side part so I can get more lift and height at the top. That type of communication and really knowing what path you want to take with your short haircut, what style you really want, is going to help you like your haircut a lot more than if you just go in without kind of realizing or recognizing what's going to work for your face shape in particular. Now, this also really applies to body shape. Whenever I have like a beautiful curvy client, I find that they love having longer, curvier hair with more movement, because that type of hair, the fullness, the height, the volume, that really suits their curvy body because it creates balance, it's cohesive. Whereas I also notice that when I have very petite, short, small girls, they oftentimes gravitate towards those nice, strong little bobs that are short and they're not too much volume, they're not too high, they're just a petite haircut. It's a little itty bitty bit of hair on a little itty bitty body. I know this can feel really complicated and you can think like, I don't know, like how am I supposed to know that? I need someone to help me. You do know, and you know instinctively, because you have had haircuts I am certain that you have hated. Try to figure out why you've hated them. Try to look at the haircut and look at your face shape, look at your body, and figure out why it didn't work. Something was off balance and you knew it. You have the instinct to know it. You just have to figure out why it was that way so that you don't repeat the same mistakes. The biggest piece of advice that I can give you is to find a celebrity that has your vibe. So a celebrity that has a similar body type, a similar face shape, maybe even a similar style aesthetic, similar hair color, similar skin color, and look at their hair throughout the years. Find your celebrity lookalike. Analyze their styles throughout the year, and then you will know pretty instinctively if something's gonna work on you and if it's something that you wanna try out. Consideration number 2 is your hair texture. Your hair texture has so much to do with whether or not a style will even work on you at all. Sometimes we really want a style, we really do, but we don't have the texture for it. I have always wanted really long mermaid stripper hair. I want to be a mermaid stripper swimming around in my locks for days, but I don't have the hair texture for that. My hair is fine. My hair is thin. There's thinning areas. When my hair gets past here, which is the collarbone area, it starts to look chewed up. It starts to look really thin. It starts to become unstylable. It doesn't work for me. Whereas my sister, who's the complete opposite, has very thick, curly, dense hair. She wanted to rock a bob a few years ago. She wanted a really kind of blunt, slick bob that was edgy with undercut sections. But because her hair was so thick and dense, it didn't work for her. It becomes triangular. It becomes unruly, unbalanced. She wanted this cut so badly that she ended up getting it chemically straightened, which worked for a little bit, but then when it grew out, it was like a complete disaster, because then she had these really curly, kinky roots with this really straight, kind of thin looking end, and she had to grow all of that. Like the textures were totally opposite, the haircut didn't work, and she ended up really regretting that haircut. You know, she liked it for like a month, hated it for like a year. So you have to think, is my texture going to work? The shorter the hair, the more volume you get, because you end up reducing weight. If you have hair that needs weight to sit nicely, think carefully before cutting it short, because you're gonna end up having a lot of work when it comes to styling. And that brings me to consideration number 3, which is styling and lifestyle. If you have long hair and you never wear it down and you never style it, just because you cut all your hair off, you're suddenly not gonna be able to style it. There are hair lengths that have to be styled every day to look good. Pixie cuts are this type of cut. If you have a pixie cut and you don't style it, unless you're very seriously lucky and just have great hair texture that doesn't need to be styled, but that's like 1 in 50, it's gonna look bad. And chin length bobs and shorter, if you don't style those every day, they do not look good. They are styles that need to be styled. So you have to think about your lifestyle. Are you the type of person that wakes up in the morning, it's rush, 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 you have to get your kids to school, you have to get to work? Do you have 45 minutes to blow out your hair and add some waves and some tousle and texture spray and do all of those things? Or are you the type of girl that wants to wear a messy bun 9 times out of 10? Another thing you want to think about is if you wear your hair up all the time, it could be for 2 reasons. It could be because you can't be bothered to style it, you don't have the patience, which is fair. Or it could be because you love the way your hair looks when it's up. That is also me. I really like how I look with my hair up, and that is why I'm always inclined to wear my hair up. You know, I really only wear my hair down when I shoot my YouTube videos once or twice a week for real. I wear it up every other time, and even when I'm done shooting the video, I turn the camera off and I put my hair up. When my hair is too short to go up, I really do feel less pretty. So if you are that type of person, it doesn't mean that you need super long hair, but you might want to think about cutting your hair to a length like here, where when you style it, you look so cute and posh and very styled. But if you want to ignore it, like me today, then you also can. Consideration number 4 is, will it suit your personal style? Every once in a while, I would get a client that would bring me a style inspo, and it was a style that would absolutely not suit them. And I knew this because I knew them and how they dress and their accessories and how they do their makeup. Sometimes we can get so inspired by like the hashtag influencer world, and we'll see a girl and be like, her, I need to be her, I love her, I'm so inspired by her content. But then when you actually look at her styling, she's not your style. I had this with another influencer. I'm gonna pop some pictures of her on here. I think this girl is so pretty. I literally want to be this girl. I just think she's beautiful. I love her style, I love her tattoos, I love how she dresses, and I love her hair. But then when I think about it, she's blonde. I have like super dark hair. She is very fair skinned. I am not. She's covered in tattoos. I am not. I'm a mom. I have 2 kids. I am not edgy at all. I'm pretty girly, but like this girl's girly too, but in like a rockery way. I'm not. I'm just not. So that haircut on me will look nothing like that haircut on that girl. Because I don't look like her, for one, because I don't dress like her, and I am not even her age. Like I'm probably way, way, way older than her. So when you are looking for inspo, make sure you're looking for inspo in the same style as you, because that actually will make a huge difference. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.